In the wild, some venomous snakes not only hunt general prey, but also target their very own kind. Some species carry venom strong enough to quickly paralyze the nervous system or render the prey defenseless after just a short time. And sometimes, the one that disappears is exactly the deadly venom bearer. There are confrontations that end with a meal, but even the predator has to pay the price. And the final ending will surprise you. Let's get started. Muserana versus rattlesnake. The muserana is a specialized assassin in the reptile world with almost absolute venom resistance against the most venomous snake species of the viper family. Instead of using venom, they subdue prey with muscular strength through a constricting mechanism similar to python species. Possessing rear-facing fangs, the muserana injects a mild toxicity, helping to temporarily paralyze the opponent's motor system. Their esophageal structure and digestive system have evolved specifically to swallow prey of similar body size whole. For the South American ecosystem, this snake species plays an important role in controlling venomous snake populations, protecting biological balance in dense forests and grasslands. In this battle, even though the rattlesnake possesses an extremely strong hemotoxic venom, it can hardly escape death when confronting a professional snake hunter. The muserana always begins swallowing from the prey's head to ensure the rattlesnake's scales and bones do not cause esophageal damage. The muserana's stomach secretes enzymes strong enough to completely decompose meat, bones, and even residual venom inside the rattlesnake's body. The muserana can eat venomous snakes nearly as long as its own body. After such a hearty meal, the muserana can rest and does not need to hunt for many weeks. The muserana's blood contains antibodies capable of completely neutralizing the hemolytic hemotoxin of most South American vipers. And today, it is tracking down the next unfortunate one. Another snake has fallen into the crosshairs. The muserana does not rely on venom for a quick kill. Instead, it uses its muscular body to tightly constrict the prey. The muserana does not hunt snakes randomly. They tend to prioritize venomous snake species because these species usually move slower and rely on venom rather than running speed to escape. No need for strong venom, just muscular strength and a suit of absolute venom-resistant armor. The muserana is the nightmare of all viper species. Brown snake versus tiger snake. On the ground scattered with dry leaves, a life and death battle covertly erupts between two cold-blooded assassins. The brown snake immediately launches its signature ambush blow. Despite possessing venom, it still prioritizes using mechanical constricting force to break the capillary system and compress the opponent's heart to a stop. The victim twists and rolls to find a way to relieve the pressure. Nevertheless, an extremely flexible rib structure allows the brown snake to continuously fine-tune its posture to fully maintain the compressive force on the prey's body. This desperate, struggling effort truly reflects the cruel law of the ecological pyramid. The strong will absorb the weak. King cobra.
Snake slides right into his trap.
The king cobra is the longest venomous snake species in the world and one of the most powerful symbols of Asian wild nature. Their most special feature lies not only in size, but also in intelligence and a unique diet. They mainly hunt other snake species, from gentle water snakes to dangerous venomous ones. The most terrifying aspect of the king cobra lies not in the strongest toxicity, but in the venom volume. In a single snap, they can pump out a record venom amount up to 7 milliliters. With this dosage, a king cobra is capable of killing an adult Asian elephant within a few hours, or dozens of humans simultaneously. Will the top muscular constricting machine of the reptile world have enough strength to overthrow the king cobra's throne? Despite the python species displaying its muscular strength, pinning its body tightly around the tree branch, the king cobra, thanks to a chemical weapon carrying neurotoxins, is exactly the one dominating the situation. This snake species does not rely on highly severe venom. They optimize by pumping a massive amount of fluid to immediately collapse the target's central nervous system. Thoroughly exploiting the blind spot, the king cobra stretches out to swallow the opponent's skull whole, completely depriving its ability to launch retaliatory bites. Upon entering the circulatory system, toxic peptides immediately block the motor signal stream from the brain. Consequently, the victim falls into a state of diaphragmatic paralysis, respiratory failure, and cardiac arrest. All digestive cycles of the king cobra must mandatorily start from the head region. This mechanism forces all the horny scales to lie flat, creating a smooth swallowing journey to avoid tearing the esophagus or damaging the internal mucosa. Can pure muscle mass overwhelm the machine producing the most dangerous chemical weapons in nature? Despite the opponent possessing a massive physique, a diet specialized in its own kind boosts the king cobra to confidently launch a direct attack. Refusing to surrender, the reticulated python immediately tightens its pincers. Lacking venom, they rely on extremely strong mechanical compressive force sufficient to completely cut off the blood flow. Rippling muscle bundles quickly lock tight onto the predator's head and neck region. However, the innate stamina and patience of the king snake have turned the tide. The pair of venomous fangs buries deep into the muscle fibers. A massive amount of neurotoxin floods in, completely paralyzing the python's respiratory chain. Nature has never harbored mercy, and the boundary of life and death is sometimes decided in just a lightning-fast split second. When swallowing a long and dense python whole, the king cobra's entire esophagus and stomach are filled, causing terrifying pressure on other internal organs. To avoid suffocation when the mouth is sealed by the prey carcass for a few hours, the king cobra pushes the top part of its trachea out of the mouth corner. Unlike humans, a snake's lungs stretch along the body. When the python is inside the stomach, the king cobra must adjust its ribs to create space so the lungs can still compress and expand. As soon as swallowing begins, their stomach and intestinal cells start dividing at lightning speed to increase the digestive surface area. The heart and liver can also temporarily increase in size to support this extremely high metabolic process. Black snake versus cottonmouth. Under the wet, decaying carpet, a camouflaged cottonmouth individual is scouring for prey, completely blind to the imminent threat. The black snake, a proactive predator. Due to not possessing a complete venom immunity mechanism, it is forced to accelerate to take down the opponent before the risk of a counterattack occurs. It steps back, dodging the lightning-fast peck, then immediately accelerates, clamping tight onto the opponent's head region. Unlike the king snake line, the black snake's physiological structure does not have the ability to neutralize severe venom. If taking a hit from the cottonmouth during combat, the necrotic venom will still finish it off. Therefore, the survival tactic of this species is to corner swiftly and finish off the target. On the fierce evolutionary track, compassion is a luxury. Only individuals superior in speed and strength earn the right to maintain their genetic code. What you have just watched shows that in the world of venomous snakes, venom and predatory instinct do not always guarantee an absolute advantage. When confronting their very own kind, Any small deviation in timing or reflexes can make the outcome change completely.
His fangs take their deadly hold.
If you find this video fascinating, hit like, leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel to continue exploring many other dramatic wild moments. Thank you for watching until the end. See you again in the next video.